Well, good morning, brothers and sisters. I'm so thankful you've joined me for today's devotion. We are in Psalm 53, which is different than yesterday's. In this psalm, there's this very powerful picture of wicked people who persecute or oppose or harm God's people. Look with me at verse 4. This verse just really jumped off the page at me when I was reading this. He said, have the workers of wickedness no knowledge? I mean, those who are sinning, it's like they're ignorant, he says. And in particular, the sin he's referring to is at the second part of verse 4 when he says, who eat up my people. God says, who eat up or devour my people as though they ate bread. He said, like somebody's just picking up a piece of bread at dinner and eating it nonchalantly, feeding themselves and enjoying it. He said there are wicked people who do that to God's people. I mean, they persecute, they oppose, they harm God's people, and to them it's nothing more than like eating a piece of bread. And there is so much ignorance on the part of those who do it. Those in the culture today who don't understand that forcing believers to do things that violate our conscience, or we're going to lose our job, or we're going to lose our business. To them, it's nothing more than they're ignorant of what they're really doing, don't understand what they are really doing, and it's like they're just picking up a piece of bread and eating it, and it's this powerful image of the harm that people do to God's people. And these are people who don't call on God. In verse 3, he says, every one of them has turned aside. They've turned away from God. And because they've turned away from God and they're doing things in ignorance, they don't understand. So when they harm a Christian, I'm just eating bread. It's all about what I think, what I need, my own sustenance. But God makes it clear in verses 5 and following that eventually and absolutely on the judgment day, fear will fill them. And he goes on to say, and shame will overtake them. All the people in our culture who are making life hard for God's people, and to them, I'm just eating a piece of bread, no big deal. The day is coming when they will be overcome with shame because God will make it clear to them what they've done. And the day will come when they will be filled with fear because of the judgment of God. So, oh child of God, when someone is harming you, remember that day is coming. Now, Jesus, you remember in the Gospels, Jesus said we will be hated because of our relationship with Him. So don't be surprised when it happens. Jesus in the Gospel said we ought to pray for those who persecute us and despitefully use us and abuse us. Jesus said we are to do good to them. Jesus said we are to love them. Our human emotions want to do some other things, right? But Jesus said, no, do good to them. Love them and pray for them, even when they devour you like eating a piece of bread and don't understand the hurt they're doing to you. Hope that helps. It's not easy. It's not easy. But it wasn't easy for Jesus to go to the cross. And living as followers of Jesus in this world sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we just get eaten up like a piece of bread. But ultimately, guess what? We're okay. They're not. That's the message for today. I'll see you tomorrow.